Evening settles over the quiet school. In a small janitor's closet, Daniel sits alone. A crumpled $20 bill rests in his calloused hand. His tired eyes trace its edges, heavy with thought. Outside the door, little Lily watches. Her curious gaze holds a question. What could $20 mean? To a man who's given everything. This is where their story begins. The school was silent, save for the soft swish of Daniel's mop. The hallway stretched long and empty, bathed in the warm glow of dusk. Windows lined one side, catching the last rays of sun, painting the polished floor in gold. Daniel moved. Slowly, his hands rough from years of work. He was 35, a single dad with a quiet strength. His janitor's uniform hung loose, faded from countless washes. Lily sat nearby on a bench, her small frame curled over a notebook. Her braids bounced as she sketched, her green eyes bright with focus. At 7, she was Daniel's world. She came to work with him most evenings, her laughter filling the gaps in his tired heart. Tonight, she drew a house with a big garden, humming softly. Daniel paused, leaning on his mop. Money was tight, rent was due, and Lily's school shoes were wearing thin. He'd skipped meals to save a little, but it never seemed enough. He glanced at Lily, her pencil scratching the page. She deserved more, a real home, not a cramped apartment. The hallway felt heavy, like it held all his worries. Daniel mopped again, the rhythm soothing. He thought of his late wife, Anna, whose smile Lily carried. 3 years gone, and the ache lingered. He worked hard for Lily, but the weight of being both parents pressed on him. As the sun dipped lower, Lily looked up. "Dad, can we get ice cream tonight?" Her voice was hopeful, soft. Daniel's heart sank. Ice cream was a luxury. He forced a smile. "Maybe, kiddo." The words felt hollow, but Lily's grin warmed the cold hallway. He mopped. On the quiet school holding their small, shared world. The cafeteria smelled of bleach and old coffee. Daniel scrubbed a table, the bucket beside him sloshing softly. Overhead lights buzzed, casting long shadows. He glanced at Lily, who sat cross-legged by the door, twirling a toy horse. Her giggles echoed faintly, a comfort in the stillness. Sarah, a third-grade teacher, approached. Her blonde hair was tucked behind her ears, and her cardigan hung loose. She was kind, always staying late to grade papers. "Daniel," she said softly, "can we talk?" He nodded, setting down his rag. Sarah fidgeted, then pulled a $20 bill from her pocket. "I need a favor," she said, her voice low. "My sister's in town for 3 days. She's got a little girl, Emma, about Lily's age. I'm swamped with work. Could you watch Emma after school? Just for 3 days. I'll pay you." She held out the bill, her eyes hopeful but unsure. Daniel froze. $20 could buy Lily new shoes, maybe groceries. But 3 days with another child? He barely managed Lily. He looked at her, playing happily, unaware. "I'm not a babysitter, Sarah," he said, his voice gentle but firm. "I know," Sarah replied, "but Emma's sweet, and Lily likes her. They'd keep each other busy." She paused, her face softening. "You're great with kids, Daniel." He hesitated. The money tempted him, but the responsibility felt heavy. Still, Lily needed those shoes. He sighed, taking the bill. 3 days, he said. Sarah smiled, relieved. As she walked away, Daniel tucked the money into his pocket, its weight both a promise and a burden. Lily's toy horse galloped across the floor, and he wondered what he'd just agreed to. The playground glowed under the pink sunset. Swings creaked as Lily pushed a girl with curly red hair. Emma, Sarah's niece, was 7 like Lily. Her freckles stood out against her shy smile. Daniel stood by the slide, hands in his pockets, feeling the crumpled $20 bill. He watched the girls, his heart caught between worry and hope. Lily laughed, her braids swinging. "Higher, Emma!" she called. Emma giggled, her feet kicking the air. They'd met before, in Sarah's classroom, but now they were fast friends. Daniel marveled at Lily's ease, her ability to make anyone smile. He wished he could be that open. Emma was quiet at first, clutching a stuffed bunny. "Will you stay with me?" she'd asked Daniel, her voice small. He'd nodded, kneeling to her level. "I'm here, Emma." Now, watching her swing, he saw her shyness fade. The playground felt peaceful, but Daniel's mind churned. 3 days of 2 kids. Could he handle it? Lily was easy, but Emma was new, her needs unknown. The $20 felt heavier now, a reminder of his choice. He thought of Anna, how she'd juggle both girls with a laugh. He missed her steadiness. Lily ran over, breathless. "Dad, can Emma come to our place tomorrow?" Her eyes sparkled. Daniel hesitated, then nodded. "Sure, kiddo." Emma hopped off the swing, clutching her bunny, and smiled at him. Something in her trust eased his worry. As the sun sank, the girls chased each other, their laughter filling the air. Daniel stood still, the playground's calm wrapping around him. For the first time that day, he felt a flicker of possibility, like the sunset's gentle promise of a new day. Daniel's apartment was small, the living room lit by a single lamp. The couch sagged, and Lily's drawings cluttered the coffee table. The $20 bill lay there beside a glass of water, its presence quiet but heavy. Daniel sat between Lily and Emma, a storybook open on his lap. The girls were tucked under a blanket, their eyes wide. "Once upon a time," Daniel read, his voice soft and steady. Lily leaned against him, her braids brushing his arm. Emma clutched her bunny, listening closely. The story was about a brave. Rabbit and Daniel tried to make it fun, adding silly voices. The girls giggled, the room warming with their laughter. It was the first of the 3 days. Daniel had been nervous all day, juggling work and 2 kids. But now, in the glow of the lamp, things felt simpler. Lily shared her crayons with Emma, and they'd drawn together earlier, their papers scattered on the floor. Emma was shy, but kind, her small "thank you" when he gave her juice lingering in his mind. He turned a page, pausing to sip water. The $20 caught his eye. It could fix Lily's shoes, but watching Emma, he wondered about her too. Sarah had mentioned her sisters' struggles. Money was tight for them too. Daniel's heart ached. He knew that struggle too well. "Keep going, Dad," Lily said, nudging him. Emma nodded, her curls bouncing. Daniel smiled, reading on. The apartment felt fuller tonight, not just with people, but with something softer, connection maybe. As the story ended, the girls clapped and Daniel's worries eased. The lamp's glow held them close, a small world of warmth in a big, uncertain one. The janitor's closet was a small, cluttered refuge. Brooms leaned against walls and the air smelled of pine cleaner. Daniel sat on the worn wooden chair, his hands clasped tight. The $20 bill pressed against his chest, tucked in his shirt pocket. Outside, Lily and Emma's laughter echoed faintly from the hallway, their footsteps pattering. It was the second day. Daniel was tired. Work had been long, and watching 2 kids was harder than he'd thought. Emma was sweet but needed constant reassurance, asking if her mom was coming soon. Lily was patient, but Daniel saw her glances, wanting his attention. He felt stretched thin, like he was failing them both. The closet's dim light cast shadows on his face. He thought of the $20, enough for shoes but not enough for ease. What if he couldn't keep this up? What if Emma got upset, or Lily felt left out? He rubbed his eyes, missing Anna's calm advice. She'd know what to do. The laughter outside paused, and Daniel tensed. He stood, peering out. The girls were playing tag, their giggles soft in the empty school. Lily waved, her smile bright. Emma copied her, clutching her bunny. Daniel's heart softened. They were okay. He sat again, the chair creaking. The $20 felt less like a solution now, more like a weight. He wasn't just a janitor or a dad. He was Emma's safe place for 3 days. That mattered. The doubt lingered, but the girl's laughter seeped through the door, a reminder of why he'd said yes. He took a slow breath. The closet's quiet, holding him steady. Tomorrow was another day, and he'd find a way to make it work. The park was alive with midday sun, grass glowing green under scattered trees. Daniel sat on a bench, watching Lily and Emma scramble over a climbing frame. Their laughter rang out, clear and bright. Lily's braids flew as she raced Emma to the top. Emma's curls bounced, her shyness gone. Daniel's wallet lay open beside him, the $20 bill peeking out. It was the third day. The girls were inseparable now, their chatter filling the air. Daniel felt lighter, the weight of doubt lifting. He'd managed 2 kids, work, and small, moments of joy. He smiled, watching them play. Sarah appeared on the path carrying a picnic basket. Her cardigan fluttered in the breeze, her face warm with gratitude. "Daniel," she called, sitting beside him. "You've been a lifesaver." She glanced at the girls, her eyes soft. "Emma's mom, my sister, she's been struggling. These 3 days gave her time to breathe." Daniel nodded, surprised. He'd thought the favor was for Sarah's work, not her sister's heart. "I didn't know," he said quietly. Sarah smiled. "You didn't need to. You gave Emma a safe place, and Lily, she's made Emma so happy." The twist settled gently. Daniel hadn't just earned $20. He'd given 2 families a small gift. He looked at the bill in his wallet, its value shifting. It wasn't just for shoes. It was a bridge between their struggles. Sarah opened the basket, pulling out sandwiches. "Join us?" she asked. Daniel hesitated, then nodded. The girls ran over, giggling, and the park felt full of warmth. The sun shone brighter, and Daniel's heart lifted, knowing these 3 days had woven their lives together in ways he hadn't expected. The picnic blanket spread across the grass, soft under the afternoon sun. Sandwiches, juice boxes, and cookies sat in the center, simple but inviting. Daniel leaned back, his hands resting on the blanket. Lily and Emma sat close, sharing a cookie, crumbs dusting their cheeks. Sarah poured juice, her smile warm and easy. Lily giggled, passing half the cookie to Emma. "It's the best part," she said. Emma nodded, her curls bobbing, her bunny tucked beside her. Daniel watched, his heart full. 3 days ago, he'd worried about managing 2 kids. Now their laughter felt like home. Sarah handed him a sandwich. "You've done more than you know," she said softly. Daniel shrugged, uncomfortable with praise. "Just kept them safe," he said. But Sarah's eyes held gratitude deeper than words. "You gave them joy," she said. "And me too." The park hummed with life, birds chirping, a breeze rustling, the trees. Daniel bit into his sandwich, the bread soft and fresh. He thought of the $20 still in his wallet. It could buy shoes, but this moment felt richer. Lily and Emma's chatter wove around him, their voices blending with the sunlight. He glanced at Sarah, who was watching the girls with a quiet smile. Her sister's struggles mirrored his own, he realized. They were all trying to make it. One day at a time. The picnic felt like a pause, a shared breath. "Dad, look!" Lily called, holding up a daisy chain she'd made with Emma. Daniel clapped, his smile genuine. The blanket held them all, a small circle of warmth in the wide world. For now, that was enough, more than enough. Dusk settled over the apartment. The living room bathed in the lamp's soft glow. Lily and Emma lay asleep on the couch, curled under the blanket. Their faces were peaceful, Lily's braids fanned out, Emma's bunny tucked against her. Daniel stood by the window watching the sky fade to deep blue. The $20 bill sat on the coffee table beside Lily's drawings and Emma's toy. The third day was ending. Daniel felt the weight of it, not heavy but full. 3 days of laughter, small worries, and unexpected connection. He'd been nervous, unsure he could handle it. But the girls had made it easy, their joy pulling him through. He looked at them, their breathing soft and steady. Lily had shared her world with Emma, her crayons, her stories. Emma had bloomed, her shyness giving way to giggles. Daniel's heart ached, thinking of Anna. She'd have loved this. 2 kids filling their small home with life. The $20 seemed small now, its purpose unclear. Shoes, groceries, yes. But it had also bought these moments. He thought of Sarah's sister, a stranger he'd helped without knowing. The window reflected his face, tired but calm. He wasn't just a janitor or a dad. He was someone who could make a difference, even in 3 days. Lily stirred, murmuring in her sleep. Emma shifted closer, her bunny slipping to the floor. Daniel picked it up, tucking it beside her. The apartment felt quiet, but not empty. It held the echo of their laughter, the warmth of their time together. He turned from the window, his heart steady. Tomorrow, Emma would go home, but what they'd shared would linger, a soft light in the dusk. Morning light filtered through the playground's trees, soft and golden. Daniel stood with Lily, her small hand in his. The swings were still, the slide quiet. Across the grass, Sarah and a woman with red hair, Emma's mother, hugged Emma tightly. Emma clutched her bunny, her curls catching the sun. She waved at Lily, her smile bittersweet. The 3 days were over. Daniel's pocket held the $20, its edges worn from his touch. He watched Emma's mother, her face tired but grateful. Sarah had explained her struggles, a job loss, a tight budget. Daniel knew that weight. He squeezed Lily's hand, her green, eyes watching Emma. "Thank you, Daniel," Sarah said, walking over. "You gave them more than time." Emma's mother nodded, her voice soft. "Emma hasn't stopped talking about Lily, or you." Daniel shrugged, his cheeks warm. "They made it easy," he said. Emma ran to Lily, hugging her. "I'll miss you," she whispered. Lily hugged back, her braids brushing Emma's shoulder. "Come back soon," she said. Daniel's throat tightened. He saw Anna in Lily's kindness, her open heart. As Emma and her mother walked away, Emma turned, waving her bunny. Lily waved back, her smile bright. Daniel felt the $20 in his pocket, its purpose clearer now. He'd buy Lily's shoes, but he'd also call Sarah later, see if Emma could visit again. 2 families, tied by 3 days, had found something lasting. The playground felt quiet, but warm, the morning light soft on their faces. Daniel knelt, pulling Lily close. "You did good, kiddo," he said. She grinned, and they walked toward the school, hand in hand, the promise of new connections lingering in the air. The school hallway glowed with morning light, windows casting golden patches on the floor. Daniel walked with Lily, her new sneakers bright against the tiles. Her braids bounced, a daisy chain from the picnic circling her wrist. Daniel's janitor. Uniform was neat, his face calm, a quiet hope in his eyes. The $20 was spent, Lily's shoes, a small treat for her and Emma, but it had bought more than that. 3 days had woven their lives with Sarah's and Emma's, 2 families carrying similar burdens. Daniel felt lighter, like the hallway's sunlight had seeped into him. Lily skipped, humming. "Can Emma come over again, Dad?" she asked. Daniel smiled. "I'll talk to Sarah," he said. He'd already planned to call to check on Emma's mom, maybe offer a play date. The thought felt right, like a door opening. Sarah waved from her classroom door, her cardigan bright in the light. "Morning, you two," she called, her smile warm. Daniel waved back, grateful. She'd trusted him, and he'd found he could trust himself. The hallway stretched ahead, familiar, but new. Daniel thought of Anna, her love still guiding him. He wasn't alone anymore, not with Lily's hand in his, not with Sarah's kindness, not with Emma's wave still in his memory. The school felt less like a workplace and more like a community, small but strong. Lily tugged his hand. "Race you, Dad!" she giggled, sprinting ahead. Daniel laughed, chasing her slowly, the sunlight warm on his back. The daisy chain on, Lily's wrist caught the light, a reminder of 3 days that changed them all. In the quiet hallway, their steps echoed, carrying them toward a brighter, shared tomorrow.